Good afternoon, and welcome to Software Engineering Institute's webinar series. My name is Shane McGraw, and I'd like to thank you all for attending today's webinar. And now at this time, I'll turn the presentation over to Tim Chip. Tim, all yours.
Thank you. All right, so today I'm going to talk about basically three topics. I'll go through Agile as an overview, so we all kind of have the same common definition of Agile. Then I'm going to talk about how to select the appropriate Agile methods. This is really how to get Agile to work for you. Is the first step is to figure out which parts do you need, which ones that meet your organizational needs, your project's needs, and so we'll talk about that. And then I have a short few slides to talk about maintaining consistent agility using TSP. The focus here is I'll talk about a little bit on how TSP has worked and developed frameworks to try to address some of the issues many Agilists run into. Not to say it's the only way of doing it. It is just a documented method to help solve some of those problems. So the first step is Agile. So when most people talk to me about Agile, the first thing I have to figure out is whether they're talking about the big A Agile or the little a Agile. The big A being a group of software development methodologies based on iterative and incremental development, where requirements and solutions evolve through collaboration between self-organizing cross-functional teams, such as Scrum, XP. Or are they just talking about, they want to, using the dictionary definition, they want to be more quick, more lightweight, easy momentum, nimble. They just want to be more flexible, able to adapt to ever-changing environments and needs. And with either approach, whether using either definition, it really is a good direction to be in, to be thinking of in terms, especially in the software industry, trying to move it towards being more agile in either definition, really. Especially when compared to, back in 2001, many of the techniques before the Agile Manifesto came out, they were very rigid, they were very constrained. They really didn't allow for this ever-changing environment that we're in today. So this is the Agile Manifesto. Most of you who studied Agile probably have seen it before. You go on the Agile Manifesto website and see it. It really focuses on the really key points here: individual and interactions over process and tools, working software over comprehensive documentation, and customer collaboration over contract negotiations. And at the very bottom, it's really a key statement. That is, while there is value in the items on the left, we value the items. We value the items on the left more. I found a lot of people I've worked with who do Agile and are doing these concepts, they really misinterpret, or they miss that last statement at the bottom. And so sometimes I like to think about it as, instead of over, it's before. Because I do have to do individuals and interactions. It has to be my top priority, because software is an intellectual, people-intensive industry, but I still have to get to processes and tools at some level, depending on the project. So it's not a do this and I don't really have to do the other. It's I really want to focus on this, and I still need to get to, and still can't totally ignore the other side of the equation. So this is just another way of thinking about it. Then there's also the 12 Agile principles, right? Where they talked about the highest priority is to satisfy the customers through early and continuous delivery of valued software. I'm not going to go through all of them. A big focus on face-to-face conversations, working software as the primary measure of progress, right? Simplicity, the art of maximizing the amount of work not done is essential, right? And really talk about, at regular intervals, the team reflects on how to become more effective and efficient and to tune their behavior and their processes accordingly, right? So there's a whole set here. So Agile methods, I mentioned two in my introductions, extreme programming and Scrum, which are by far the most popular techniques used in the Agile community. But there really is no single Agile method. There's several methods that are shaped by the Agile principles themselves. There's 12 principles, and as well as the manifesto. So really today in society, any method that is an alternative to document-driven, heavyweight software development processes is probably an Agile method. Some are probably more Agile than others, but they still hold true to the spirit of the manifesto and hopefully are compliant and agree with majority of the principles. So the extreme programming, which is one of the more popular ones used, is really a collection of 12 practices. One's the planning game, a huge emphasis on the on-site customer, right? Should be included as part of the team, should be there to answer the questions the development team has. Face-to-face is preferable. Small releases, this whole concept of time boxing, getting, whatever functionality I can get done in a really short period of time so I can give the customer instant feedback. They can see my product, they can see the progress that I made, and it gives the customer a chance to reprioritize, change their understanding of the product so the product grows to better meet their needs. It really helps to avoid the occurrence of spending lots of time developing a product that the customer didn't really want or wasn't exactly what they expected. And so it is a very good method. Small releases.